Ciao, I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Now, you guys, I have been attempting to get some messages and some channelings through for a bit, and I know that the message must be super important because there's so many things that just continuously have been attempting and or blocking or creating little hiccups along the way, along the path. Anyways, if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Like I said, I'm Zoe, and for all of my friends, I took off my chain so you don't have to worry about the tapping noise. Hopefully, I feel like sometimes the message is just you have to put a little bit. It takes a little bit more to listen, and this is kind of like a lesson in life. I find also is like when something is like not the way that we would like it to be, or when something is causing a little bit disruption. Look at that! Even the wind just came and blew. When this is happening, how are we as willfully as possible choosing to respond? Now, I think different things require different responses, but if we actually stop to think about the thing that's annoying us, or the way that it shouldn't be, or the way that it is, that we don't like it, and we stop to point that out, and we actually look beneath the surface, what we actually see or what we hear is the message, right? Is we hear the actual message. Because our judgmental minds, our judgy little brains, at that point don't have the capacity to be doing their judgy little things anymore, right? They're now in another realm, like another space, right? It's a whole nother ball game, right? Like, I don't know. Anyways, the point is, you guys, when we focus or we hyper focus or we allow certain things to distract us, right, from the actual mission, the actual message, the actual point, this causes more trouble in the long run for us. And so I guess the message this week is, especially with all this Mars energy and everything like this, is really just listen a little bit deeper. Have a little bit more patience. This is really about exercising patience. When I think of like the Mars energy shifting and us going into Piscean energy and coming out of this Saturnian energy of rules and restrictions, and this Capricorn, moving from Capricorn into Aquarius, even just astrologically speaking, it's like we're going from it having to be like this. There having to be a reason of things needing to happen, like a reason, a rhyme, like I have to prepare, like I have to do this for the future. I'm doing this for the future. I'm doing, it's like future, past, and present all exist in this now, here, moment. So you're not doing anything besides now. There is nothing that exists outside of now. So what is your now, here, moment consisting of? What is the energies, the frequencies, the vibration, the surrounding, the situation, right? What is it? And what is the point of it, I'm going to put my glasses back on so I don't squint. When I squint, I put this little sunshine squinty, because I like to stare at the sun. Like, give me that frequency back. Thank you. Can you guys see it? Divine. So let's do a collective tune in. What I'm really feeling collectively is kind of like a collective, like childhood wounding, specifically the mother wounding. And what was interesting is a bunch of these cards blew, and one of them blew over here right in front of my friend's feet. And 21, which is one of my cards, my numbers. And this is the world, right? And in this deck, this is the goddess deck that it blew out from. This is Gaia. So Gaia is especially the mother to the world, right? They're holding the space for the seasons, for the cycles. But the mother is the birthing, it's the beginning and the end, right? So if we think of it in this sort of, this is the energy also for the read. If we think of it in this sort of energy, then what we realize is that to be in the state of Gaia, this motherly state, like, what does that consist of, right? It consists of strength, faith, nurturing, nutrition, like from also like giving up, right? Like the ultimate sacrifice is actually from the mother, right? The mother is in the space of, okay, now I have to protect or care for this baby, right? This child or whatever, right? And in this space, it's like anything that has to be done doesn't seem like too much. It seems like the obvious choice, right? Like the mother would defend or protect or give every possible plus or benefit to protect or to help or, support the child, right? So when we can think of it the same. When we're birthing new things, and they can be ideas, it doesn't have to be a child always. I do feel that there is a lot of fertile energy flowing. However, I feel like when we're the mother, the Gaia, right? The earth, the mother, it's everything. It provides everything we need, but we have to commune with it. We have to be in service. We have to be in almost, a state of worship. And I don't mean like worshiping, but yeah, also, why not, right? In this state where, thank you for your wisdom, thank you for your knowledge, thank you for all that you provide, thank you for providing all that is needed to be provided. We are also, as the world card, right? The world, this is the beginning and the ending, 21, right? So also the 21 could become a 3, which would be the trifecta, really. But yeah, the feminine, the masculine, and then the child. In religion, of course, it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, whatever you want to call it. It's the same. It's the Holy Trinity, right? But really, it's coming from two energies, right? When we're talking about Fibonacci, golden ratio, anything like this, right? We're looking at masculine and feminine. The masculine is the measurement, the calculation, right? The measurement within. But the Fibonacci, the spiral, the flow, the fluidity, the expansion and contraction, where it's not even, it's more similar, right, to the feminine body as it's phasing through cycles and different things like this. There's expansion and contraction, and same within birthing and child. So we have to also realize that the world as being the beginning and the end, like the mother, Gaia, right, this is the beginning and the end, right? So it's the beginning of the physical incarnation where we are, but it's the ending of our spiritual connectivity or carnation, right? Like, I feel like I have to come closer, sorry. But it's the end of our spiritual carnation, right? Which is where we're actually feeling one with source, right? Feeling one, not, there is no separation, right? So as we incarnate, right, it's the death of oneness, but also the beginning of the search or the adventure or the understanding of how we achieve reconnectivity to that oneness. What is? Now, if we're coming from if source, divine creator, if this is the woman, yeah, then this is the portal between places. In that case, if we're praising creation itself, then being in Mother Nature, communing, coming together in unity, community, right, is also something that is this very feminine energy, right? It's also this very Aquarian energy. It's this energy that we're moving towards. We're moving the North Node. So the big shift is not, and to bring clarification, right? The planetary parade, yes, the planetary parade happens. Okay, that's not the big thing. The alignment is when the planets are actually moving from one sign or house into another, and they'll shift and stay there. A lot of them, especially the outer planets, for our entire lifetime, right? Pluto, right, is setting next 20-year pace, right? So what we are doing, what we're setting into motion now, and what we are prioritizing, what we're giving energy to, is what we will continue to give energy to, right? So if we're sitting on our couch every day, death scrolling and whatever, then this is what we're going to be doing for the next 20 years. Like, by having a productive life or dream or goal, like if we're wanting to be abundant and happy and joyful, then are we experiencing those moments of joys, or are we forcefully being like, I'm going to make the money, I'm going to be rich? Like, what is the energy? What is the vibrational frequency? Are you calling forth need or lack or hope that someday some miracle will happen? Or are you in the feeling, the ultimate feeling of knowing that everything is provided when you are in alignment with who and what and where you're supposed to be? Things flow, things come, things will become provided when we let go of this fear-based mentality. This is the patriarchal, the masculine programming, right? This is the toxic masculinity. Now, the toxic femininity is where we're not in the space of divine femininity. We're instead in the space of it's men against women, and that's not what it is. And this is the status quo of what and of why we need to actually change this, right? Is because we will go farther when we work together. The thing is it can't be just let me do it this way and just let me do it this way. It's about us actually finding the way where we meet and figure out how both of us are creating this, right? Both, right? It's not about one here and one there. This is co-creation at its finest, co-creation. So, how are we being responsible? How are we taking our responsibility and our duty to, you know, co-create? And how are we also going to the space of separating from duality? It's not just feminism or masculine, whatever. Do you know? How are we, how are we existing in the space of um, doing our part? What are we doing? And does it mean we have to be 100% on everything? No, but at least we should do our best to be 99 to 100%, or at least 80%, 75 wouldn't suck. Something like that. I don't know. Mm. 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 So, you guys, let's pull some cards. Messages for the collective. Um, First, we're going to start and see who wants to come out. Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further your progress. Mary Magdalene. Teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. So I think what's really important now is like nurturing our gifts, right? When we're in the space of fear, like, oh, I'm afraid. How is the money going to come? How am I going to pay the rent? How is this? How is that? Instead of always feeling safe and supported and knowing that the universe is infinitely abundant. That's how we collectively get out of this lack mindset. And even if we have to be in Delulu land for a moment, like as long as we're collectively doing it at the same time with similar future goals, and we're gonna quantum jump to that timeline, you guys. So what timeline are you actually on? Dimension are you in? Another dimension, another dimension, another dimension. Hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Okay. Now, this also means to choose hope. Hope is like also faith, right? It's like have hope for what may be, the possibility of what has the potentiality of becoming. Not, oh, there's potential in everything. Of course, there's infinite potential in everything. Okay, don't get too caught up in that. It's more about how can we have better hopes and dreams also for ourselves. Like, what do we hope to be or become, or unbecome? What is unbecoming of us also that we could stand. Change is the only constant. So as long as we, he who dwells in his past surely has no future, right? So let's see. I feel like these are the cards I really want to talk. Messages for the collective. Again, the world. So, sometimes it doesn't matter what deck you use or whatever. Sometimes it's always the same message, right? King of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. Actually, it came out the other way. It came out eight of cups, 7 of cups, 9 of swords. I don't know why I flipped it backwards. So we're hitting a point where obviously we put in all the work, right? We're ready to receive the praise, right? 6 of Wands. We're ready to receive the praise of all the work that we put in, right? And we put in all the work. We put in a lot of work. We really feel like we've hit. We're ready to receive this new offering. We really feel like we've hit this point, right? The world. We've started over and begun so many times. Are we good? Are we here? Like, where are we at? Do we know where we are? Do we know what we want? Do we know what we're really calling in? Or are we just wasting time? The King of Pentacles. This is about stability. This is about, for me, I'm just like, I look at it like this, right? New world coming in, old world ending, new world beginning, right? That's how I see it. I really do my best to only envision things, people, how people treat each other, interactions as what I would like to see and feel and experience in the new world. Like, and if it doesn't feel good, it's like, no, glitch in the matrix, like, out. Ain't nobody got no timelines for that. So that's what I feel like, right? Old world is ending, new world is beginning. In this new world, we have this strong, kind, gentle, loving, masculine energy, right? This earth energy. And the earth, the masculine energy that is coming and communing with the earth is abundant, is wealthy. There's no worries. This isn't a worry. This isn't a stress. This isn't even in the program, right? It doesn't even exist in the program. So far out of the program. So this is saying we have stability, we have everything, we need. Like, look at this. We even got this in the background. Like, we got stuff. We know there's always stuff here. It's always abundant. Look at with this little crown of leaves. Okay? We understand collectively that we're having to walk away from some stuff that we didn't want to have to walk away from, right? We didn't want to have to do this, but we're walking away, right? We're leaving these full cups, we're walking away, we're following the moon, right? And not just following the moon, right? We just had this Cancer full moon, right? Okay, so we're not just walking away or towards the moon, right? What does the moon represent? Moon is our emotions, right? The moon is also our secret self, our hidden self or hidden things, right? So in this manner, we're walking, like we're collectively walking towards facing these shadows, doing the work, saying, it's okay, I'm walking away from the comfort, right? I'm walking away from what seems like abundance to me. And I'm willing to do the work, because 8 isn't just a number of abundance, it's the number of doing the work, right? 7 is being lucky, it's putting in the time for the work to work, okay? And then it's like making the decision. Now, am I actively making the decision, right? That all these cups that I choose, all these emotions and these things and these belongings, everything that I choose, right? Am I making this active decision, 9 of Swords, to not let it occupy my mind, right? This is like, I'm up all night, I can't stop thinking about it, I'm having nightmares, I can't stop dreaming about it, like. But it's also like, if it's something that we can't stop dreaming about, we can't stop thinking about, right? Then are we acting on it, right? It doesn't matter how much we know. It literally doesn't matter how much we know if we're not applying it, right? Right? Like, integration is one thing, right? Information is one thing. Integration is another thing. Application is the actual thing. So we're like, okay, I put in the work. 7 of coins. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this last little offer to be the 8 of coins to show that I did all of this. So when the King of coins is there, I'm having all the abundance that I need. So what I can feel from a lot of this, okay, I am creating. I am creating my future. I am calling in my future. I am the magician. I am in control of it. I will be victorious. I control all elements. I'm past the stage of the fool. So what's interesting is the fool is zero, right? The fool is no number, the beginning and the ending. But the world is the beginning and the ending. 21. And the magician is the first. So I like to be in this energy of knowing that endings and beginnings, maybe it's just my scorpionic energy, right? I don't know. Endings and beginnings are this breath of fresh air, right? It allows us to start over and do it the way we want, right? Like, I don't know. I just think like when we have a tower moment or something destructs or something, we're like, what is the lesson? Okay. And then what is the new thing, right? Now, I give a lot of love and energy out to LA and all the people that have lost things, all the things that burned down. That's terrible, but it's also partially necessary, right? Like, how do we realize that there's certain things that are needing to be brought to our knowledge, right? Such as like maybe like the distribution of wealth and care isn't what it should be, right? Maybe where all these people are and all this extra money is and all these homes and rich everything is, right, is like not distributed properly, right? So instead of thinking like, okay, here's all this bad things, right, that is happening, let's think about what we were asking for, right? When I lost, when they cut the anchor and beached my boat and I lost everything, I was like, well, I didn't want to be stuck. I didn't want to be anchored to just one point, to one thing. I had to think about the things that the spells that I was actually casting, the things that I was actually putting into the world, right? Like the choices that was I making the choice or not making, like, our words are our spells. So we make the choice to put it into, so when we say we don't want to do something, or I'm not going to go there, or I'm just going to, then we're already putting that in. We've already put that in. When I say, oh, well, I can't do this because I can't leave this person, or I can't be there, or whatever, you've already told the universe that is the decision that you made. You decided that. And you stuck to it so much that you made it, you spelled it into your reality. Even if it hasn't manifested just yet. It's already happening because you said it. Everything's happening in this now here moment. So how do we, again, come back to being present? And the answer is communing with Mother Nature. Communing with the goddess, I have had a lot of energy coming through, a lot of Kali energy, Durga, Kuan Yin, Saraswati, like a lot of Mother Mary, like a lot of these different energies, like these really potent feminine energies. And, they're really getting tired of masculine energy. And we have to remember that as much as that is mimicking in actuality in real life, we have to look at it as actually we're tired of the rule of the patriarch. We're tired of this. We're tired of women or the goddess being less. Actually, we're more. We should be way more. You give something to a woman, she gives tenfold. So If anybody is ever wondering about energetic exchange from man to woman, if you are providing or holding space or energy for a woman, then tenfold, right? 100-fold, that will come back to you. Improved and upgraded, most likely. So it's not about I did this and I did that. It's about being in constant service, worshiping the goddess, which means devotion to that which is the divine, right? Mother Nature, Mother Earth, Mother Ocean, grandmother forest or tree spirits. They're all mothers. So what is the real spot when, as the masculine energy, we come to the space of who is the priority to honor? Is it the actual mother, the Mother Earth, or the new mother? What we're birthing, right? The new conception, not the old. He who dwells in his past surely has no future. Does it mean stop respecting Mother Nature, our mothers and things like this? No, but we need to start nurturing the new program. And that means we need to change the way that we are responding with women, with the goddess, that we are communing with the highest, most divine. Okay, guys, I am going to leave you here. I am going to actually show you these beautiful runes that my sea star Tegan made. So first we have, let me see. Give me a moment here. Okay. Oops. Media. Here we go. So this one will be, I'm still learning these, so bear with me, guys, but they're super beautiful, right? Look at all these beautiful stones. Lagos, lake depth, the subconscious acceptance. Okay, so this is on a subconscious level where really I feel like we're really working through healing this mother wound, this mother abandonment wound. And so sometimes that means we will be, for some of us, that means we will be creating families of our own to change that, to honor that, for the mother to really be there, for the baby to be intentional with that. For others, that will mean, I did a reading for my friend Claire. And, for some of us, that will be we're not actually having children, but we still have to be in that community space of being this motherly figure, where we're nurturing, we're feeding, we're doing this. So that's really beautiful. And some of us, it will just be more communing with Mother Nature. Second one is manas, the self. How beautiful this is. The self. Humanity and support. So again, we're coming back to community, right? How does one succeed at being their self to become a more potent part of the community. And the third one is nadis. Need, necessity, constraint, unfulfilled desire. So what I received from that is basically, masculine energy is so constantly needing or requiring, right? The feminine has to show up in all these ways, right? She has to be strong. She has to hold space. She has to carry. She has to nurture. She has to, give up everything, right? So let's figure out how to find this balance and how to make it, to be victorious in this. The six, the energy of six, of the lovers, of giving and receiving. So if we wish, if masculine wishes the world to be less feministic, and if feminine wishes the world to be more supportive and structured, then we get what we give, right? So we need to be a little bit more aware of what we're giving, what we're omitting, what the frequency or the output is, right? What part we play. Sometimes we're the hero, sometimes we're the demon, and that's okay. We got to play different parts in certain people's stories. It's just part of the game. It's part of this game called life, this thing called life. Anyways, you guys, I will put in the information below. I'm open. I think I will make space for for 8. I think 8. Maybe 7. It's 2 7s here. So third 7 is lucky, right? Since I'm feeling lucky. I'll make space for 7 readings. And I'll leave the information in the information box below for the first 7 people. You can email me at divinitywithinthee@gmail.com, or leave a comment, a like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I will get back to doing lives. I'm just currently in America, and it's a little intense for me, you guys. But I'm doing my best, and I'm on this new part of this journey. And thank you for your continued love and support. All the information of how to contribute or donate to me and my channel is below. As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. Ciao for meow.